A bill that would make it considerably more difficult for Idahoans to get an initiative on the ballot has sparked heated debate at the State House. Proponents say it should be hard to put issues before the voters and that support should be gathered from every corner of Idaho before that happens. But opponents of the bill say the changes will make initiatives too costly for average Idahoans, and they question its timing in the wake of a Medicaid expansion bill initiative was passed by 62% of voters in rural and urban counties alike. 6 on Your Side's McKenna King explains.
Under current law, Idahoans are required to obtain signatures from 6% of the voter population in 18 districts, all within the year and a half leading up to an election. Senator C. Scott Grove's bill would change those guidelines, requiring Idahoans to obtain signatures from 10% of the voter population in 32 districts. In regards to Medicaid expansion, which is the first initiative to pass here in Idaho in the last 6 years, this is what that would look like. Medicaid expansion qualified for the ballot in 21 districts, more than it needed to qualify. If Senate Bill 1159 passes, this is how many additional districts would have been needed in order for Medicaid expansion to be placed on the ballot.
There is no doubt under any circumstances that this is a punitive bill designed to retaliate against a successful ballot measure that people didn't agree with in the legislature.
But the leader of the Senate says otherwise, stating this bill did not come about because Medicaid expansion passed.
The timing is very unfortunate in my mind. This is something that's been talked about for the last several years.
The last time stricter regulations were put in place was in 2013 after Idaho voters repealed the state superintendent's anti-teacher reform laws. Now opponents of the bill argue this bill would be too strict, requiring 92% of the districts to have 10% of signatures.
The argument that it's easier to get volunteers now is flat not true. You can't sign people up on the internet.
So people have to go knocking in the urban districts where homes are only feet away, but also in the non-urban districts where you won't find people for miles. All that extra legwork costs a lot of money.
This way you make it so only millionaires and billionaires can get an initiative because they would be the ones that have the money and the infrastructure to hire the people to get the signatures.
And proponents say while difficult, there needs to be a high threshold to get an issue on the ballot.
It should be a difficult process. Nobody wants to make it so easy that we're just going to have all these different things to vote on.
Senator Hill says there are already 3 initiatives that have been filed for the next election, and one of them is an initiative to repeal this bill if it passes in this legislative session. In studio, McKenna King, 6 on Your Side.